Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Aulia Mitalvia. I am from Muhammadiyah University of Kendari, 6th semester, class B. So, in this video, I would like to explain about 3 parts. The first, retell of story, and next, explain about a lesson plan, and the last, I want to explain about my question of my story. So, the first, I want to retell about my story with the title is Herr Karbes. Once upon a time, there were a hen and a rooster. The rooster built a beautiful carriage that had 4 red wheels. And a hen and the rooster trip together to see Herr Karbes. Soon in a cross, there are a cat want to join with them. So they go. But soon the millstone come too. Then an egg, a duck, a pin, and needle too join with them to see Herr Karbes. However, when they arrived at Herr Karbes' house, Herr Karbes was not there. So they waiting Herr Karbes with the other activity. When Herr Karbes come home, the duck, the pin, the egg, the needle, the hen and rooster start to torture Herr Karbes. They are torture Herr Karbes until Herr Karbes very angry and want to out from his house. But when he want to out from his house, in front door, the millstone jumped down and killed him. So, Herr Karbes is died. So this is the short story about Herr Karbes. Okay, next I want to explain about my lesson plan. In my lesson plan, I will practice in Senior High School 6 Kendari with the subject, of course, English, and class 10 one semester, and the topic is narrative text, aspect of skills reading comprehension, and time allocation 2x45 minutes. In my lesson plan, there are 4 core competence and basic competence. There are 4 basic competence and some indicators of competence achievement. And next, learning objective. Learning objective in my lesson plan, there are 5 learning objectives: identifying and finding. Next, learning material. Learning material, there are definition, purpose, types, generic structure, and example of narrative text. An example of narrative text about Herr Karbes. Next, learning method. In my lesson plan, using scientific approach. And next, learning media, tools and source. Media with PowerPoint about narrative text, and tools use worksheet, LCD, and picture, and source with book, English article about narrative text. And stage of learning activities about introduction or opening, core activities about observation, questioning, exploring, associating, and communicating, and last about closing. The last part in my lesson plan is assessment. Okay, the next explanation about question reading comprehension or reading comprehension exercise. So in this exercise about hair corbus, the passage about hair corbus. So in this exercise there are 10 questions about reading comprehension strategies. With reading comprehension strategies, 1 and 2 questions about making inference, 3 and 4 questions about previewing and predicting, 5 and 6 questions about vocabulary knowledge, 7 and 8 questions about patterns of organizations or sequence, and 9 and 10 questions about summarizing. So I think enough about my video, my explanation. I'm so sorry if there are mistakes. Wabillahi taufik walhidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.